Right off the bat, we do want to say that at this point, there's no reason to believe that this is a threat to humans or other animals, but we are starting to see the price of eggs and egg products rise, and we'll have a lot more to worry about if an outbreak happens in the Commonwealth.
As bird flu grips America's poultry industry, some think about what it means for their food budgets. For others, it can destroy a lifetime of work.
The only thing you can do is just start over. I mean, you've been doing this so long, that's about all you know to do.
Augusta County poultry farmer Kenny Wampler has more than 80,000 chickens.
Started this 25 years ago.
When another strain infiltrated Virginia in 2002, it led to the destruction of millions of birds. Wampler's flock stayed safe, but it came a little too close for comfort.
My neighbor, about a mile and a half from here, was affected.
And just like that, a farmer could be forced to start fresh. What's going around now, highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, has a reputation for its deadliness.
If you are unfortunate enough to be affected, one day you can pick up 20 birds, next day a couple hundred. Day after that, the whole house is dead.
Since last December, 21 states have confirmed cases of avian flu. State veterinarian Dr. Richard Wilkes says our fortune so far might not last.
So yes, definitely when and not if.
Scientists believe the disease spreads through bird droppings or commingling with infected migrating birds. Hot weather makes it tougher for the virus to spread. But Dr. Wilkes says the virus could pop up on a Virginia farm in the fall when birds start flying south.
They network and have family reunions or whatever they like to do to have their get-togethers, and just like we do at Christmas, they're going to sneeze and kiss and rub necks.
Trouble can still breed for Virginians outside the agriculture sector.
Avian influenza should be a concern to all of us, in my opinion.
Virginia's Agriculture Secretary Todd Haymore points to our heavy economic reliance on poultry.
Agriculture, largest private industry in Virginia, $52 billion a year in annual revenue. The poultry industry is the largest sector of the broader agricultural industry in Virginia.
Already, the outbreak elsewhere in America punished Virginia's economy. Foreign governments like China no longer accept our poultry because of a blanket restriction.
What took place in January in Oregon and Washington immediately impacted Virginia when the Chinese decided to put the ban back in place.
Haymore hopes we can stave off avian flu.
The truckers, the shippers, the bankers, I mean that chain from the valley, the farm in the valley, all the way to the port. Everybody's been impacted. Everybody's lost a little bit of business.
But more than hope, Virginia leaders have been planning for the worst.
We started preparing for the next event as soon as the last one was over.
And the farmers have embraced biosecurity measures.
We know what it's like. It's devastating. It's catastrophic for our farmers. And so we're concerned about the possibility, particularly this fall.
Hobie Bowen, leader of the Virginia Poultry Federation, says they have communicated with farmers around Virginia about what they can do to protect their birds.
And we just need to be extra careful.
Farmers like Kenny Wampler show us what every day now looks like. Constantly disinfecting, washing and changing clothes and shoes, wearing gloves and limiting visits from outsiders.
A little extra work.
While he and other professional farmers have secured their farms, he sees the growing trend of open-air backyard farms as risky at a time like this.
I mean, it's just like pouring gas on a fire. I'm not sure they're aware of how serious this could be if it is an outbreak.
For the most part, Wampler focuses on what he can do, but
I think it'll get here. I really do.
Now, while we focused on the biosecurity measures on the ground, Virginia leaders have spent the last several years since the outbreak preparing. A panel meets quarterly and is assigned to just discussing avian influenza, and there are ongoing briefings in the Capitol to communicate between agencies. And you know, when avian flu hit in Minnesota particularly hard, there was a team from Virginia that actually went up there to help with the cleanup efforts. Of course, that was a nice thing to do, but they were saying they hope that if it happens here, they'll be a little bit more prepared.